team that always traditionally starts off really well to start the season and falls at the end, just like last season, just like the other year, even when they made the playoffs. So far, I still think they're a fluke. I don't really trust Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, so that wraps up our NFL segment. A great week to come, starting on Thursday night with Packers-Vikings. Lots of interesting games. I think we're in for a good NFL season. If the start of the season is any indication, it's going to be a really, really unpredictable rest of the year. I mean, the kind of games we've seen teams like Philadelphia, such great offensive teams, have bad games yet somehow stay in the game. We've had great defensive teams play horribly defensively and then just done great offensively. A weird year, but I think that's what we're in for the rest of the year. I'm excited to see what it is. So we're going to head over now to the Say What segment. And, of course, to intro it, Stewie Griffin and Brian Griffin.
So, did you break up with Lauren?
No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, she's coming over for dinner tonight. Say what?
Yes, that's right. It's time for the Say What segment of the week, and we've got two Jeter-related ones, and then I actually just found one a moment ago. We're going to start with 10 ways that Jeter is similar to Jesus. See, this is the thing that I think Brendan was touching on. He has gotten like the Jesus send-off. Like, he's the greatest player of all time, which he's not.
Number one, though. Okay, let's actually start at number 10. So number 10, Jesus Christ has disciples. Derek Jeter has the national sports media. So very similar there. Jesus Christ left the world at age 33. Derek Jeter only won one championship in his 30s. So similar there. Jesus Christ mainly stayed in a small region called Galilee. Derek Jeter has limited range. Number 7, Derek Jeter's teammate is A-Rod, and Jesus Christ's enemy is Satan. Not really seeing it there, but Jesus Christ's book says faith is evidence of things unseen. Derek Jeter has tons of intangibles. Number 5, Jesus Christ changed water into wine, and then Derek Jeter endorses Gatorade. Number 4, Jesus Christ associated with prostitutes and thieves, and then Derek Jeter once went into Yankee Stadium crowd to catch a foul ball. So a lot of similarities there. And then number 3, Jesus Christ never got married. However, Derek Jeter continues to play the field. Number 2, Jesus Christ exclusively wore sandals on his feet, and Derek Jeter exclusively wears Nikes on his feet. And then number 1, drum roll please. Jesus Christ was born in a humble surrounding, and Derek Jeter was born in New Jersey. So there you go. The 10 ways Derek Jeter is very similar to Jesus.
A shot there toward the Yankee Stadium crowd. Basically saying that Yankee fans are prostitutes and thieves. And then, of course, the New Jersey one, which I'm sure Nick and Matt and CB all have something to say about. Now on to the next Derek Jeter-themed Say What. You know, there have been lots of great Yankee shortstops in the era of Derek Jeter. We're not going to go through all of them, but we'll give you the top 10. Enrique Wilson, Luis Cruz, Wilson Delgado, Jerry Hairston, Alberto Gonzalez, Eduardo Nunez, Wilson Benemit, Eric Almonte, and guess who's not number 1? Derek Jeter is number 2, number 1, Luis Sojo, and this is the reason. Jeter diehards like to argue that his true talent is found not in stats or personal accomplishments, but in the little things he did to help win his team. Fine, I'll accept that as long as you accept this. The Yankees were essentially unbeatable with Sojo in the lineup. .727 winning percentage, which would result in a 120 and 42 record for a full season, a mark Jeter never approached. Sojo also has as many World Series rings as Jeter, despite playing 7 fewer seasons, but he won 1 with a different team, the Toronto Blue Jays in 1993, proving he could win even away from big Yankee payroll. Forget Derek Jeter. Is Luis Sojo the greatest leader in the history of baseball? So, of course, not serious, but still. It's a pretty funny thought, you know. And this actually, I was talking about how Derek Jeter helped them win, the little things. But that's a fair point. Sojo actually pretty decent when his 22 games started as a shortstop. And, of course, the same amount of rings. And actually, last up, not much to say here, but there is a play called The Ugly Kardashian. Apparently nothing to do with the actual Kardashians, but a play run by a middle school team. One of the players gets the snap. He then tries to show the ball to the referee, walks straight through the defense while showing it to the referee, and then just runs into the end zone there. We'll have that up And last but not least, sports birthdays. Almost forgot about this, but it's nice to recognize some of the guys who are celebrating their birthdays today. We start with Steve Largent, the great Seahawks receiver. It's his birthday. Today we have Ryan Zimmerman as well. In basketball, Anderson the Wild Thing Varejao. Great hair there. Jose Calderon as well. That about does it. Actually, Ray Emery's birthday today, and Grant Fur. So that's about it for us. Blake, shout-outs for the week.
Yeah, real shout-outs. Got to give a shout-out to everybody listening tonight. Thank you for listening to our 4th episode on the Infinity Sports Network. Got to give a shout-out to all the Infinity Sports guys. Can't name you all, but you guys are great, doing well on the show and the network. Lastly, I'll give a shout out to my family and my close friends. Thank you guys. Love you all. And then sports shout outs, got to give a shout out to USC football. A nice result over the weekend versus Oregon State. Hopefully we can keep on the play next week versus Arizona State. Another shout out in college football to Florida State. 4-0, 20-game win streak, the longest in school history, despite what's been kind of an ugly start to the year. Got to give a shout out to 20 victories in a row. That's big for them. And then lastly, a shout out to my Red Sox, finishing with the 6th worst record in the major leagues. A year after winning the World Series, we go on to win 71 games. But hopefully we'll get a good draft pick from that, and then maybe draft a pitcher, because we don't have any pitchers other than Clay Buchholz, who went 8-11 on the season. So those are my shout outs. I'm Blake Devine. Thank you very much. Noah, shout outs.
Well, shout out to the White Sox. I never thought the White Sox would have a better record than the Red Sox. I'm proud to say that. Then again, that means we're not going to get a great draft pick, but we do have Carlos Rodon from last year, so I'll accept that. Ohio State, where was this against Virginia Tech? Just dominating Cincinnati, just a great last 2 weeks. Unfortunately, because of that loss to Virginia Tech, we're going to have to run the table, and we're going to have to do it in an impressive fashion. Shout out to the Green Bay Packers getting the win against the Bears. I'll definitely be wearing my Packer shirt around tomorrow. And being in Chicago, I'm sure I'm going to get a little bit of flack from all my friends and just people I don't know, just saying Packers suck and stuff like that. But that's what you get for being a winner. Shout out to my fantasy baseball team, the Trifecta. So happy about that. I'm going to buy myself some rings and take the Michael Jordan style picture, hand on the face with all those different rings. And shout out to my friends and family, all the ISN guys, everybody out there. Thank you so much. And to everybody listening, we really appreciate it. Can't do it without you guys. It means the world. We really hope you enjoyed. It was a great show. Glad to be back. We'll definitely try to make it more consistent in the future. Thank you all for listening. And have a great rest of your Sunday night. For Blake Devine and Noah Taborda, this has been Blake and Noah, LA to Chicago, on the Infinity Sports Network.